Oh, Lord, it's Thursday. Thank you, Lord. It is Thursday. Make sure trash man pick up my trash because he didn't pick up my trash last week. I don't know what that was about. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry about the noise. I'm putting my can back, my trash back. Why we still call it a can when it's not a can? It ain't been a can in years. You know I'm old. Sorry about the noise. I should have muted, but hey, y'all walk with me, ride with me, and do my morning before work routine with me. Y'all know I don't like to do camera because a lot of times when I'm live, I'm moving about and doing stuff, and I don't need y'all to be seeing my work shirt if I have it when I have it on. I don't have it on this morning. I usually don't put it on unless I have a meeting or something like that. And speaking of meetings, it tickles me when I'm watching content creators and they be saying, I gotta go to a meeting. I gotta go to a meeting. My thing is gonna switch over to the Bluetooth. Give it a minute. Good morning, car. I be talking to my car because it talks back to me sometimes. So I be talking to it. Good morning, the Smart Show. How are you this morning? I'm doing well. How are you doing, sir? It's always good to see you. You was off for a little while and I missed you a little bit, but you back. So uh sometimes I take my grandson to the daycare, and this morning I am getting to take my grandson to the daycare. When I don't take him, he miss me and I miss him. So I don't mind getting on up in the morning. My daughter didn't need me to take him yesterday, but she need me to take him today. So my sisters, the family, friends, and loved ones. But that little boy, woo, he gives me so much joy. But anyway, I was saying about meetings. I be hearing people say, I gotta go to a meeting. I gotta go to a meeting over there in the beef section. And I be like, you ain't saying nothing, boo. You ain't saying, I mean, if some people just saying it because it's true and they just say, hey, I ain't gonna be over here, but a little while I gotta go to meeting. But when people be trying to act like it's a big thing, baby, listen, McDonald's crew members go to meetings. Yeah, they have me. Anybody who work, they have meetings. You work down at the warehouse, you're gonna have a meeting. Starbucks employees have meetings. If you got a job, more than likely y'all gonna have some meetings because that's a part of having a job. Burger King crew, they have a meeting. hmm whether you're an executive, you're an attorney, whether you're in corporate or fast food, whether you work in a textile mill or you work uh, in a hospital, you're gonna have meetings. Yeah, sometimes it tickles me when people be bragging over the most common thing, the most everyday thing. You know, like they just brag. I park in a parking space. It's like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. Just brag over the most common stuff. The most anyway. Okay, so my title is basically a little clickbait to try to get y'all to come over here and hang with me while I ride to go pick up my grandson from the thing. So I said, William is enjoying the convocation, of which he is. Y'all go over there to Faye's Captain Quarters. If you don't have Instagram, or if William got you blocked on Instagram where you can't see him, go on over there to Faye's Captain Quarters and his video that he had up yesterday walking through the convocation, talking to different vendors and talking to different people that goes to the convocation. If you go over there, you'll be able to check that out from yesterday. He is enjoying himself. And it always tickled me when William run into somebody that he done did a story on or he done shaded or whatever. And they be like, apologize or they have to talk about how they forgive each other because he's done shaded them. But anyway, William's a funny guy and he's a good time. So y'all check that out. Also, Mother Kelly. Y'all know Mother Kelly. I said I hope that she behaved this year, but they say that she doesn't. I hope y'all can hear me okay, because I'm in my car and it's probably switched over to my Bluetooth maybe. And I need a little water, so y'all hold the line. I know it's probably better to make noise than to do all of those long pauses, but when I'm there are certain sounds that get on my nerves to hear, so that I'll put y'all on mute so y'all don't have to hear it. But yeah, Mother Kelly. Hey T Danielle, hey Sugar. Hold on again. Mm-hmm. I be trying to spare y'all extra sounds and things. And I may not see all your comments. You say the wig is atrocious. Yeah, William McCray is a trip. But honey, he think that's cute, honey. He think he's fabulous. And have you noticed his nails, honey? He got the. I wonder how the mothers and stuff, but they done got used to him. But I know they talk about him. That boy, that boy gonna come straight here with that wig on and them long nails. They go. And what's funny is the mother's gonna be talking trash about him sounding just like him. But anyway, Mother Kelly. So Mother Kelly, y'all check out the short. It's over there on Faye's Captain Quarters if you haven't seen it yet. Mother Kelly strikes again. Y'all know every year Mother Kelly's gonna say something. Cause Mother Kelly, I don't think she be making a mistake or putting a foot in her mouth. She mean every word she say. And Mother Kelly done call somebody a sissy. I don't know who she talking to. But y'all go on over there and watch. And then she called somebody dumb. I don't know. Something she called him. I don't remember. But Mother Kelly has the convocation has just started, and she's already started. But you know what? The way William have that hair slicked back and is the color of it makes him really look like he sometimes, if you're not looking close or if your eyesight is bad, like mine is, unfortunately, but the Lord's gonna heal it. I'm gonna get the correct. I'm gonna get a good doctor and get the correct glasses so I can see straight. That's one reason why I don't be talking about folks' looks. I can't see y'all no way. But with his hair slicked back, he looked almost bald head, which lets me know, William, you'll look just fine if you go cut the hair off. Cut that hair off. You'll look just fine. You'll look about the same. Hey, truly yours. And if I miss anybody or miss a comments, it's only because I'm only looking when I get to a stoplight and I'm about to hit the highway. In a few minutes, I will be on the highway, so I won't be. When I get on the highway, I'm not looking. He said, let me take a look at the nails. I was distracted by the wheels. I mean, the nails look good. It's just the fact that, sir, you going to a place where, you know, they believe a certain way. And you just, but you know what? William likes to defy the odds. He likes to go against the prick. He likes to be different. Hey, good morning, the Bushes. Good morning, Sugar. So, yeah, but he's over there enjoying himself. He is driving the courtesy van. He got all his fashions and stuff. He's walking through there, shading people. He was talking to one guy, the ones that do the shoe shining. Because I don't know whether y'all ever been to any type of a church convocation or conference or anything. But when you go there, and most of you probably have, but when you go, and especially if you're using like a convention center or something, if the church body is rented event center, that's why somebody need to buy one and then let the CME rent it from you. Let the Church of God in Christ rent it from you, so we can keep the money circulating through the church. The Baptist folks, y'all buy you a big convention center, and then let the rest of us that's not Baptist come rent it from you, rather than so we can keep the money circulating through the church. That's just the idea. But anyway, when you rent those convention centers or when the hotels have a place big enough or whatever, then a lot of times you can the vendors can come. You can have it, where you can. I guess they do that to make some of their money back, which is smart. Allow the vendors to come in to sell their products. So of course he was talking to the shoe shine vendors, and one of the guys didn't want to be on video, and he was like, "Why you don't want to be on video?" Y'all know how William talked with that slow North Carolina Southern drawl. He's from Oakland, but he sound more like he from down south. SOUF, down south. And ain't no way, a lot of people say, well, he lived in Atlanta for a long time because he went to college in Atlanta. Listen, by the time you get a certain age, that accent ain't gonna change. That accent ain't gonna change. I lived in North Carolina till I was 17, moved out to California, came back. and lived here some more till I was 20, about 21. And my accent remained this North Carolina accent. But anyway, William with that accent, he asked the guy, he said, "Why you don't want to be on camera? You must be wanted. You must you must have what is it when you have a charge when they looking for you?" I said, look at William. He's so messy. He's so messy, but we love him. William is messy, but we love him. So the second thing that was in my title is John's still alive. It wasn't yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. And the title of that live was, "Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?" And I think his question might have been to Bishop Jordan, like, so now that we're trying to do this thing, or they are, because y'all know I ain't trying to do it in a better way. I do understand the goal, and I do like the goal that Bishop Jordan have, doing blogging in a more excellent way. I most certainly like it. So Jives was like, "Where do we go from here?" And he prayed. He prayed on his hold on, I'm gonna sneeze, y'all. I'm gonna sneeze. Good morning, those coming in. I'm driving, so okay. Y'all know I mute y'all when I do certain things. Anyway, so he prayed. He spent some time praying, and you could tell that Jobs come from a background where they prayed, and he himself prayed. You could tell that. So he gave a good old prayer. So on his community wall, Jobs' community wall, it says, "My praying made some people mad," or something like that. "If my praying made you mad, prepare to be sick," or "If my praying make you sick, prepare to be mad," or "Prepare to stay upset," or something to that. Y'all can go over there and read it and get it in context and get it right. Because y'all know I don't remember it. I don't remember it word for word. I got other things I got to remember. And I guess he was talking about Tyesse, and Tyesse said, "Look, I'm not mad." And that's why I put in there Tyesse shade. Jives praying, and Tyesse giving them shade. Y'all know Tyesse tickles me. He tickles me. Tyesse, are you from the beef sector? Now I asked that. My question is really not. I'm being facetious when I ask the question, because I know you're not from the beef sector. Because I've been around the beef sector since the beef sector started. Basically, I've been there. Even before I dropped down, I was there watching it. So I know you're not from the beef sector. So I'm definitely being facetious when I ask. But Thais, are you from the beef sector? Because you got a little bit of the beef sector spirit on you. What do I mean by that? You be doxing. You whole proud doxer. Honey, it was a lady drop down in his chat, and I'm familiar with the name. It's called the something therapist. Now I know the name, and I don't know why I can't think of it right now. But I've seen that channel. So I forgot how. Usually if I see something I think that's pretty positive, then I go check it out. So the lady name is Tracy. So she, the person dropped down in Thais chat and made a comment, nothing negative, just something kind of nice. But he was like, "Who are you? Let me go see who this person is." Like somebody drop. Listen. When you do commentary where you're back and forth, I already know that there are some people coming because they want a good key, and they pretty cool with Cruiser, Spy Me Entertainment. And there's some people that just don't like me, rightfully don't like me. You know what I'm saying? I sit over here and be shady and messy and petty and all that, and I expect for people to everybody just like me. It's gonna be some people. It's gonna be some people I ain't never talked to, ain't never talked about, ain't never dealt with, ain't never whatever. They're just not gonna like what I do, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? When you go through life wanting everybody to like you, something wrong. Life just don't happen like that. You like you. That's what's important. You like you. Anyway. So he says, hopefully y'all can still hear me because I'm just talking away and I can't look down. But he says, he lets you know I go look folk up. I want to know who people is. Now, I had a little incident when I made a comment about I look people up. If me and you going to exchange numbers and all of that, yeah, I want to know who you are. I'm talking about my personal number. I ain't talking about no Google number or I'm talking about no. You can inbox me in the Instagram. No, I'm talking about you. You have my personal number. Like you have my personal. Yeah, I want to know who you are. But just knowing you drop down in my chat, like let me give an example. Ali G dropped down in my chat. Hey, Ali G. I think that, and if I'm got it wrong, I'm driving, so I can't see it clearly. So once I get to a stopping point, I'll try to look and get it right. But I ain't gotta look them up and then announce their name in my chat. I ain't got. He's somebody I used to look you up by the FBI. FBI. It ain't that serious. They just in your chat. They ain't gonna reach out virtually and steal your base. Like, doxing, man. It's just doxing for no reason. That's doxing. And then you're going to try to call. Maybe on her profile, she did have her name is Tracy. And sometimes let me tell you something. Sometimes you dox people. See, that's one of those times that I put it on mute, but let me follow through and put it on mute because I ain't done talking. See, y'all caught me coughing. I ain't put it on mute because usually I try to hit that mute button because I'm funny about sounds. Anyway, um, um, sometimes when you dox people, all you're gonna turn out and do is brag on them. I ain't saying that my life is perfect. It ain't. I got many struggles, baby. I got many struggles. Speaking of struggles, it is epilepsy awareness month. Purple. I got to go get my nails done this weekend, and we gonna do purple. But purple is the color of epilepsy awareness month. Please get acquainted with it. I hear people sometimes talk about epilepsy, and I'll be like, you obviously don't have anybody close to you who has epilepsy, which is good. It's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying, become more aware of stuff. People be saying some stuff that ain't so, But anyway, I ain't gonna get off on that. When I said struggles, I thought about that because I have somebody very close to me. They're very dear to my heart that has epilepsy. But I ain't saying that my life is perfect. None of that. But baby, you dox me, you brag on me. You pull up my background, huh, baby? You bragging on me. In comparison, let me say in comparison, because I ain't got no mug shots, ain't got no foreclosures, I ain't got no evictions. I did get a car repossessed when I was 22. That thing hurt me all in my heart. It hurt me. That thing hurt me so bad that I've never had a car repossessed ever again. Ever, never again. Because it hurt me so bad. You ain't gonna find no crazy stuff on my parents. My parents are very known and respected and loved in the community. I come from two good people. You can even go back to my grandparents. My maternal uh, grandparents were married until my grandfather passed. So they were married. He passed in his early 70s, and my grandmother never remarried again. But they married. Hold on, my phone's ringing. Get rid of that phone call. My granddaddy, my grandparent, they was married to each other. All their children's by each other, and then my father's parents, paternal, they were married to each other, only each other, and all their children by each other until they left here. In fact, when my grandmother passed first on my daddy's side, and the preacher preached when a man love a woman because of how my granddaddy loved her. Listen, you dox me, you ain't gonna get nothing. Nothing. You just gonna have to tell my name, and I say that anyway. You gonna brag on me real good. You gonna brag on me. Yeah, I be want for brag on me, so I don't have to do it. And then you be like, you bragging. And brag on me, so I don't have to do it. Y'all ever look yourself up? Y'all ever Google yourself? I Googled myself one time. I said, oh, is that my net worth? Is that my net worth? I don't see none of it. I don't see none of it. Hold on one second, y'all. If my daughter don't bring that boy out here. Okay. I told her hey Elijah Lou. T Daniel said I ain't never cared enough about any of these people to look them up. Hey Prince James LeClury, thank you for coming in. Good morning, sugar. And it's Liz G. Tell me how to pronounce that. My baby may be heading to North Carolina for college. I need to get to her for emergency. Yes, let me know. And that, honey, saying heading to North Carolina for college, that could be anywhere because North Carolina is full of colleges. Greensboro alone have at least, they have North Carolina A&T, UNCG, Guilford College, Guilford Community College. I know I'm leaving out some. Bennett. They have at least eight major colleges in Greensboro alone. And you got Winston-Salem State, Wake Forest, honey. Go to Charlotte, UNCG. When I tell you Fayetteville State, when I tell you that North Carolina is full of colleges. Duke University, UNC Tar Heel, UNC Wilmington, UNC in Charlotte, the 49. I mean, when I tell you it's just full of colleges, but yes. It's some good content or people who around the YouTube streets that live in North Carolina too. So real good people. So yeah, she'll do fine. North Carolina colleges are sought after, or at least they were when my kids were coming out. They were talking about it. But the reason why I said that, what I was talking about, sometimes you'll dox people and you'll brag on them. Maybe if I hit the doorbell, she'll come on out here because she about to be dropping him off herself. The reason why I said that is because the lady that dropped down in Tyesse's chat, she was indeed a therapist. Her whole little bio and little clips of her and her links of what she did was on there. So, like if you looked her up and doxed her, FBI her, honey, you all you gonna do is come back and brag on her. That's all you gonna do. Come on back here, come on back to the chat and brag on her. That's what you gonna do. Anyway, I did that. I'll admit, it's this guy. Out in my chat. Why are you on here talking about William? And why you always talking about William? And just going on and on and on and on. I put the Joker picture up on my community wall. What you do is come around and harass me. You go harass. He was like, no, I'm sorry, take it down. I said, well, stop. When you come in here, behave. You come in here and talk to me crazy. That's what you ain't gonna do. Come in here talking to me crazy. Hey, wisdom. What is your gut feeling at Rita and what's going on in her life? Something to me. Ain't that? I don't know. I don't know. I have not. Faithful Wisdom, I barely watched the beef sector. I had stopped watching altogether. And then I stopped watching I stopped watching altogether, and then I watch a little bit, but I still don't engage, and I don't want to engage. But even if I was over in the beef sector, it wouldn't have been anything that I would have discussed at all. That is too. Some things for me is I like the funny surface messy stuff. I don't like to go too far into people. Look at her. That thing just gives me so much joy. He just running out here. Hey, Zion. Yes. He come out talking. Are you coming out looking like a football player? You better get in this car, boy. You're going to have me late. Anyway, his mama yelling at him now because he's throwing leaves. He don't want to get in the car. He want to throw leaves. You have to have your daddy wreck those leaves so he can jump in them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't. I hope she's okay. I hope. I of course heard about it. I pray that she's okay and all is well and her children are well. And like me, she has one of her children is autistic, But I pray all her children as well, because sometimes when you have all your kids need you. So I pray that all is well with her. But I don't know. I don't know. And when you start getting into life stuff, I'll be like, I ain't trying to come around your house and stuff. I ain't trying to get involved in that personal stuff, because the truth is we all go through something. We all go through something. Let me tell you, every single time, not every time, but just close to every time that I've ever went on a trip, right before the trip, I wondered if I was going to be able to go on that trip. Ain't that right, Leslie?
Yes.
I wondered. I mean, right up until the moment when it's time for me to go to the airport. Do I need to leave? Do I need to leave? So I say that to say this. You can have all the money in the world. All the money in the world. And I'm not saying I have all of the money in the world, but you can afford stuff. Like you can afford it. But that doesn't mean that don't mean that you don't have struggles. That don't mean that you don't have concerns. Now, I will admit that it's not, for me, I'm a helicopter mom. I'm one of the mothers. My kids are grown, but I will never stop mothering and parenting my kids. Is that good? Probably not. It may not be a good thing, but it's who I am. So it's usually not nothing major. I have good kids. I ain't never had to go down and knock on faith. I ain't never had to go down and get them out of nowhere. I ain't never even been to it. Yeah. She parted away 28,000. What was your scholarship? She don't want to talk about it. 28,000. Don't talk about your business.
No, I just don't want to think about that.
20 a scholarship, honey. She had a scholarship down there at the PWI. She down there at the PWI, private school, baby. We was like, oh, we gonna put her in the school. We put her in she going to the school. She got the scholarship down to the school. What was that y'all had to do every morning? Not mass, but what y'all had to do every morning?
You talking about
the church thing. It had a name to it. They were required to.
With a C. I forgot.
Yeah, I was like, they were required to go to this. Like I was like, oh, she down there in the Christian school, baby. She down there in the Christian school. She ain't gonna be doing nothing but going to church. Let me tell you something. She was also down there with them rich kids. In her dorm was an NBA, one of the NBA retired NBA sons. It was okay. She said there were 3 of them in her dorm, honey. Them babies was coming to school with BMWs and Mercedes. They had a Mercedes better than mine. Okay. They had, so honey, baby, she was down there, honey. They had the cocaine, and thank God, oh Lord, I thank you that she ain't never get on any of those hard drugs. But they had sorry, am I talking to you? Want to talk, grandson? They had the good drugs down there, not the bad. I'm talking about the bad drugs, but it's physical. Honey, I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank God she ain't getting involved in none of those. But it's okay, because she ended up at North Carolina A&T Aggie Pride. She got on her Aggie Pride shirt this morning. Aggie Pride, she ended up where we wanted her to go in the first place, was the HBCU. But I'm just saying. I think he want my attention, y'all. I may have to get back with y'all. Good morning, Zion. How are you? Why are you whining this morning? You mad at your mommy? The way he is looking, honey. Y'all, let me tell y'all this. I know I be all over the place. But Zion had a kerfuffle. Is that how you pronounce the lesson? Yes, he had a kerfuffle. He had a little he had a tussle. He had a tussle with another little boy. They got into it over a ball. So they have to report all of this stuff to the parents. So my daughter, she talks to her son. She's always, since he's little, she have conversations. She don't do any baby talk. It annoy her when me and her daddy do baby talk to him. She want us to talk to him like regular, like he's supposed to talk and all of that, So she had a conversation with him, talked to him about it. Homeboy told her it was his ball. He was like, wait a minute now. Yeah, he was telling her, he was like, well, hold on, let me tell you what happened. You listening to it was my ball. I had it, and so he had to catch these hands. Tell my dad to say I ain't that guy. Well, I don't think he said all that, but I'm sure that was the attitude. My daddy said I ain't that guy. My daddy said, "Hit him back, son." He is in a mood this morning. But anyway, I just y'all to ride with me for a little while, get ready to get off here and sing Wheels on the Bus and have chats with my grandson and pray and all that before he gets to school. But thank y'all for coming in and listening to me this morning. But what I was getting to is that even though every of us that's on here on the internet have issues, we have life issues. We have you may have a loved one. I told y'all that I have a loved one with epilepsy. I have a loved one with autism. Everybody have those issues. Most of you who are in the beef sector knew that when I was out there in Miami, when I flew out to Miami, I wasn't sure whether I was going to fly out to Miami or not because my daughter was due in the next month. And we already knew she was seeing a specialist, internal fetal, internal fetal medicine. And so when I flew out, I didn't know where I was coming out, but my mom said, "You go on," because my parents are very supportive. My family is very supportive. Mama said, "Go on. I'll go to appointment with her. You go on out there." Honey, I knew how, if something would have happened, I knew how I was going. I knew every flight that was going to get me back to Greensboro. I knew every single flight. I even knew the train schedules, baby. I even knew that if I would have had to catch a private jet, how to do that. I was ready to get up out of there if I had to get up out of there. So even when you see people going on about their life, you see them on social media, we all have issues. It may not necessarily be money. It may not necessarily be sickness. It may not be necessarily be but it's something. We all have something that we got to deal with. And if you ain't got nothing that you got to deal with, you're blessed. You're blessed. You hold on to that. And you enjoy that. You enjoy that. But but yeah, and for that reason, I don't get into people private stuff. Honey, he is going off. You better not be kicking my door. I know that. I know that much. But anyway, so I don't get in people private stuff, not to that degree. I might talk about you right here on the surface. Stuff I see you do right here on the internet, but I'm not getting down into people's lives like that. Yeah. But I don't judge anybody who do, because if you bring it on YouTube, it's a saying that one of the people over on the B sector have a saying: if you bring it on YouTube, we're gonna talk about it, and that's usually how it is. If we see it, we're gonna talk about it. If we choose to. So I ain't gonna talk about nobody who do. Anyway, y'all remember to live in peace on purpose. Live in peace on purpose, and no matter what you're going through, know all is well. That's what helps me get on those airplanes before I get ready to go on the trip. If something happened, I have to believe all is well, because I had a therapist ask me one time in that therapy, I had to look at her real hard when she asked me this. She said, "You're faith driven. You sound like you're a lady that have faith in God." I said, "I do. I pray and I have faith in God. I believe God." She said, "Do you believe in Jesus or do you think you Jesus?" I was like, "Girl, you better watch yourself. Talking to me crazy." But she was right. She was right. What I'm gonna do? I ain't God. What I'm gonna do? So I have to work on my anxiety. But anyway, y'all remember to live in peace on purpose, and remember whatever you're going through, all is well. Tell it to your heart, tell it to your mind, tell it to your head until it manifests in your life, and all is well. Y'all have a good day. Diane, you gonna say bye bye? Diane, you gonna say? Yeah, I hope y'all heard what he said. You gonna say bye bye? All right, y'all have a good day.